For a brighter kids, for a better future, for your partners and preparing your children, for a bigger world, for a good foundation. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow. We do our best to train up your kids to be the prime movers of the next generation. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow.
Wise Kids School, the right one for your children.
For a brighter kids, for a better future, for your partners and preparing your children, for a bigger world, for a good foundation. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow. We do our best to train up your kids to be the prime movers of the next generation. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow.
Wise Kids School, the right one for your children.
For a brighter kids, for a better future, for your partners and preparing your children, for a bigger world, for a good foundation. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow. We do our best to train up your kids to be the prime movers of the next generation. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow.
Wise Kids School, the right one for your children.
For a brighter kids, for a better future, for your partners and preparing your children, for a bigger world, for a good foundation. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow. We do our best to train up your kids to be the prime movers of the next generation. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow.
Wise Kids School, the right one for your children.
For a brighter kids, for a better future, for your partners and preparing your children, for a bigger world, for a good foundation. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow. We do our best to train up your kids to be the prime movers of the next generation. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow.
Wise Kids School, the right one for your children.
sumilap ang aming angkan. Munting lupa'y lalagi kong mahal, pagkat ito'y handog ng may kapal. Munting lupa, bayang mong pinagmalan. Sa puso ko at sa bima, kailan ba'y di mawawala. Dito sumilap ang aming angkan. Munting lupa'y lalagi kong mahal, pagkat ito'y handog ng may kapal. Munting lupa, bayang kong pinagmalan. Sa puso at sa diwa, kailan ba'y di mawawala. Lakas parehong buhay, sa bayan ko'y alay. Lakas parehong buhay, sa bayan ko'y alay.
Wise Kids Day, everyone. This is Teacher Mitch Gustilo, Directress of Wise Kids School, and welcome to our Parent Orientation 2020-21. Despite this COVID scare, we all know that quality education is of the essence. It is one of the basic needs that we parents and teachers would dare to prioritize. This year's orientation will be different as most of us are going to do learning at home. Allow me to share with you 11 important considerations. Ready po? Number 1 is that of the vision, mission, and core values. As you all know, the full name of Wise Kids is Wise Kids School of Muntinlupa, and it is a government-recognized school. We started in the year 2000 for the preschool level, and 2003 for the elementary, and for the high school level is 2005. And it is run by board of directors composed of 6 members. This is our vision, and it's the one that's guiding the whole of our processes. We are an advanced children's school geared towards business and leadership that exists to transform students who will transform nations. We have been known as being an advanced children's school. We always mention that character is first and excellence is next. We don't just teach our students, but we love them. We are committed to develop students who are Christ followers. So of what essence are, academic excellence without very good character. Also, creative thinkers, collaborative learners. As you see, these are 21st century skills, corporate innovators, community transformers who are globally competitive. And in everything that we will do, curriculum, processes, this is our guiding core values. Integrity. We all know that the character has to be full. Next is respect. Now, this is not just considering the oneself, but, you're in relationship with other people. Another is service. After that you are able to respect the others, now you're in a higher level of serving them. And if we do integrity, respect, and service, then comes excellence. So why is it important to review again the vision, mission, and core values? Because everything is embedded in all the curriculum, the content that your children are going to learn for the whole school year. Number 2, we have mentioned as the start of this school year, Wise Kids Anywhere and Anytime. We have provided you with 5 learning options. So this is the table of comparison. Just in case that you have challenges with connectivity, we offer to you the offline solutions such as the advanced option and the basic option. But for those who have, no challenges with the connectivity, they're going to get remote option, excuse me, and that of customized and our regular setup, which is the blended learning. Looking at the table, you will see the differences, but this orientation is geared towards the letting you know the features of the advanced and the basic learning options. So please do take a look, and if you have time, you can always go back to our page to see the comparison of the advanced and basic option as compared to the other modes of learning. Now, what are the features of this Wise Kids Anytime and Everywhere? Cares, collaborative. Yes, we know that most of you are new to this, although we have been doing this for about 15 years now. We are there, don't worry. There's a collaboration between the school and the home when it comes to the success of your child's learning. Adoptive. As much as possible, we want to let the learning adjust to the style of the students. At the same time, their pacing. So that's why you opted to do basic and advanced so that you can more or less do a way when it comes to the time of your learning, and also flexibility when it comes to how many modules, how many worksheets are going to finish in a certain day. Relevant. Relevant. We are only focusing on the 5 major subjects when it comes to the content and the worksheets. And those are the English, the math, the science, Filipino, and Araling Panlipunan. Now, for those other minor subjects such as computer, music, arts, PE, and home economics for those of grade 5 and up, and the values, we want to make those modules very, very relevant to the day-to-day activities of our children. Letter E is emotionally nurtured and academically advanced. Now, why are we saying this? As we have always said, we are an advanced children's school, so we tried as much as possible ever since we started 20 years ago that our curriculum is more or less advanced compared to the other schools. But this time, with the pandemic, with learning at home, we also cater to emotional nurturing. So that means it's not just academic quotient, but also considering the emotional quotient and what we call as life skills. Of course, letter S, we want the learning for this year to be safe and secure. So all of the information, all of the data, everything should be safe and secure. Number 3, now for those parents who opted for the basic learning option, you will be receiving the learning kits. So what are inside the learning kits? You will have test booklet wherein it contains drills, exercises, and exams to assess the student's learning. Another in your kit is the activity sheets, wherein it has the graphic organizers and performance tasks to help grasp the essential concepts. So there are concepts, and it's actually being taught through the activity sheets. There are also supplements containing additional reading and supplementary learning activities. Parents, you will also be given a guide on how to, guide your children in infusing the use of the workbooks. Of course, you will also have the academic book. But let me just tell this. The kits will be delivered to you, to your account, every term or every quarter. For the computer values MAPE HE subjects, a template will be given to you wherein there is a list of 32 lessons for the whole school year. In the template, you as a parent will have to fill in for your prescribed project. Now, upon submission of your template, we will be reviewing what you submitted and it is subject for approval. Clarification. Ever since we have this basic and advanced option for the homeschool, what do you mean again by homeschool? It is parent-led, so that means you're the one who's the source of guidance and the schedule and everything, and it is also home-based, it's very flexible, so that means most of the things that the children are going to do would come from you parents. Now, I know that you're new here, so that's why we are here to guide you for the content. But essentially, you will be the one in sole custodian of every learning experience for the whole school year. There will be term portfolio review. Remember, we have 3 terms. So the whole year will be divided by more or less 3 to 4 months. You are going to submit your portfolio. It's some sort of compilation of everything that your kids have done. You will submit it every term so that we can review them and put on the grades. Also, you will be assigned a homeschool advisor. By homeschool advisor, that means if you parents have questions, you can always contact the assigned homeschool advisor to guide you through the process. Also, there will be assessments, but no need to go to the school. Assessments would be via, it's also online. It will be online. I'm sorry, we have to do it online. And maybe we're going to use the Google form. For the advanced learning option, as you all know, if you have been with us, this is the school of tomorrow. You can probably look at the video so that you have a grasp of what this curriculum is. It's a very good curriculum, and for this year, we're going to use 12 modules per subject. Each module has the flow of process, so please listen to this carefully. Every module has a lesson, and after your child reads the lesson, there's this question and answer portion. Most of the answers will be taken from the previous lesson. Then the lesson followed by the question and answer sheet will be assessed through a check-up test. So lesson, answer sheet, and then check-up test. It will be about 3 to 4 times that they will have lesson, check-up test, 3 times, 3 to 4 times. Then, towards the end of the module, you'll have a self-test. And overall, for mastery of the whole module, you will have a PACE test. So, let me just clarify that. Self-test and PACE test towards the end. But during the on-start, you have what kind of test? Yes, that is a check-up test. Before the child gets the check-up test, you parent, as much as possible, would be asking some questions to review your child. Because whenever they do check-up tests, the rule of the thumb is they will not look back on the previous lesson. Once again, the goal of the advanced learning option is mastery. So for the child to have a retention of the lessons learned, they have to answer it as if they are not looking back at the previous lessons. So once again, 3 types of tests. But when they take the PACE test, by the way, you have to take off the PACE test, which is in the middle of the module, as soon as you give the module to your child. When you take the PACE test, the goal is to get 100%. Kaya po pwedeng umuulit-ulit, kaya napaka-importante that you check the check-up test, you check the self-test for you to guide them better in taking up their PACE test. And the basis of their grade would be the scores in all of these tests. Parents will be the one, again, this is homeschool type. Parents will be the one to record the scores. What you will be recording would be the scores from the checkup tests, self-tests, and the PACE test. Don't worry, we will be giving you a template for that. All PACEs and score keys will be returned after every term for submission to the School of Tomorrow because they have this copyright. And they will check it first and then shred after. The goal is to finish, listen po, 4 paces per term per subject. So, 4 paces for every term for every subject. So that is equivalent to about 20 paces per month. Ilan po ulit? 20 paces for every month. So all in all, the ones that you're going to receive is 60 paces. Oh, by the way, there's a slight change in the delivery of the paces. There was a little challenge because there's an influx of orders from the School of Tomorrow. So the ones that we're going to deliver to you first would be for the term, for the first term that they will be using. Also, that will be the case for the basic option. For the computer values mapping and HE subjects, once again, there's a template wherein there's a list of 32 topics, 32 lessons, and you will be the one to list down your prescribed projects, submit it to us, and it is subject for approval. Now, there is a term portfolio review. Once again, you have to compile everything that your child is learning and submit it to us every term for review. We have assigned homeschool advisor just in case you have some questions. And there will be assessments. Don't worry, because if your child is able to do the self-test and PACE test, it's so easy for them to answer the assessments as scheduled po. Now, there's this plus service. What is this plus service? Initially po, when we have been doing that, the homeschooling option, basic and advanced for about 15 years, the parents are on their own. So, ang role lang po namin talaga pumapasok every term. Yung iba nga po, every middle of the year and end of the school year. So, during the course of inquiries, there were some parents who are asking, teacher, baka naman you would be able to include our children for video conferencing and maybe give us a guide for every month, and maybe you can check our portfolio every month para hindi kami na-overwhelm. That is why we opted to provide the plus service. This is optional. And of course, it will entail added tasks from us teachers. That is why it comes with a minimal extra fee. So what is included in the plus service? There's the 2 times a week video conferencing for socialization and, verbally talking with your children online. So it's usually on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's less than an hour time. There's a monthly academic plan, may kalendaryo po, anong gagawin for every day, how many sheets and how many pages in the modules that's included in the monthly academic plan, plus the recommended projects for the minor subjects. So there's no need for the parents to think about what project to do. We will be the one to give it to you if you avail of the plus service. Also, importante po ito, there's a monthly portfolio review and your child's name will be included in the learning management system. Sa homeschool po kasi, hindi po talaga sila kasama sa LMS. But if you will avail of the plus service, we will include them in the LMS. So how does the LMS work? This is now number 6. LMS is a software application that houses the students' online courses, also everything else na yung guidance, lahat po ng gagamitin nila nasa LMS. So meron pong content doon that we can load to your child for them to learn extras. It also facilitates the interaction between the student and the teacher. So for the communication, if you're included in the LMS, pwede po. May video conferencing kasi doon na gagawin. It's no longer the Zoom. We're going to use our own platform for the video conferences for those of you who are going to avail of the Plus service. Students also will have access on the materials, announcements, resources, and links, and other online tools. So marami pa pong pwedeng idagdag aside from your learning kits and your modules. Yon lang po, pag nag-plus service kayo, we will be assigning to you a login and a password wherein parents also can have access because we are going to give you a parents portal as well. Number 7, schedule na po tayo. As early as July 16, you can start with your 1-year learning. Once again, as early as July 16. Pero kung hindi pa po kayo confident, okay lang naman po na sumabay kayo sa August 3. But our goal is to deliver to you, sana po walang hassle, to deliver to you the first term content, first term modules, and first term learning kits. For the assessments, this is the overview of the schedule. Kasama po ang advanced at ang basic sa mag-a-assess, but don't worry because as I've said, if you are able to master your kits and your modules, it's so easy for you to answer this online. As you notice there, it's posted September 8 to 10, that's the first monthly assessment. October 22 to 23 is the first term assessment. Second po, December 8 to 11 for the second monthly, and January 28 to 29, that's the second term assessment. March 2 to 5, the third monthly assessment, and March 7 to 8 is the third term assessment. Once again, these are tentative dates, could be adjusted as we course through the process. Number 8, this is our student support for our advanced and our basic learning option students. Self-management sessions. Bibigyan po namin kayo on time management. Tuturuan po namin sila through this session, study habits, setting goals, and coping stress. Also, bibigyan din po namin kayo ng messenger access to the teachers. Yung estudyante po, bibigyan namin ng messenger access to the teachers, especially those who are availing of the Extra Plus service. Parent support. We will provide you with an added training, especially for those who are going to avail of the SOT. We will do hands-on with you while you have your modules delivered. Para makita nyo po, I will walk you through the paces and how are we going to do it. Communication with the teachers through the LMS. Kaya po, yung iba naman na confident, okay lang yung call sa advisor. But if you would want constant communication, we do it through the LMS. And of course, lahat naman po, lahat ng estudyante, merong online parent-teacher conference. So, nawa po, malinaw tayo. Number 10, responsibilities. What are expected from the parents? Importante po that you provide the means and the ways and the access for our flexible offline learning kasi naka-offline kayo. Pero kung mag-a-avail ng LMS, online learning, bigyan nyo po sila ng guide on how to do it. Routines, letter B. Napaka-importante po nito. We cannot do it for you. We can just provide the guidelines. Kaya po importante yung communication natin via LMS because that is where we will send to you the emails, and please do try very hard to keep updated with our communication via email through the LMS, or kung hindi nyo naman i-avail ang Plus service, through the email po ng school natin, but we will assign another Gmail for that. Routines are very important. Ngayon pa lang, sanayin nyo na yung anak po ninyo, anong oras gigising, anong oras magsisimula, dapat nakaligo na before the start of your set time. There has to be a dedicated place for study. Yung po mga anak ko, nilagay na namin ang mga table and chair because, that is where the learning would be flowing through. So if the space is not conducive, it really affects your child's productivity. Number 3, or letter C, prepare the technical issues that may come up. Paano po kapag hindi nila alam paano sagutan yung mga paces and modules? Paano tatawag sa inyo? Paano tatawag sa amin? Dapat po iseset nyo na po yun sa kanila. Reiterate to the students that offline learning or online learning is just as important as the face-to-face traditional learning. Pareho po itong importante. It is not of a lesser value na nagpe-paces sila or nagla-learning kit sila. Monitor po ang ating pong mga announcements and ating pong mga feedback from the teachers via the LMS. And please, provide constructive feedback to the school personnel through the set channels in an appropriate and respectful way. Kasi po, kasama po sa core values natin yan eh. You respect us teachers and we respect you parents. What are the expected roles and responsibilities from the students? Complete ang assignments and other tasks with integrity and academic honesty. Sa totoo lang po, hindi naman namin sila mababantayan during the whole day. But please, let us inculcate in our children yung pong academic honesty, na totoo yung sinasagutan nila, walang nagba-backtrack when they do self-tests, pace tests. Kasi po, if you're going to do it for your kids, sayang po na defeat yung purpose of their mastery of the modules. They should attend and actively participate in all the scheduled or guided video conferences, especially yung may plus service. Or, kayo din naman po, estudyante, kahit wala pong online video conferences, alam nyo po that you're expected na 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock according to the set schedule, dapat nandun po kayo sa classroom at nandun po kayo at nagsa-start na kung English, Math, Filipino o AP PACE. So pagpasok ng 9 o'clock, Filipino PACE na ba yon? Pagpasok ng 10 o'clock, is it going to be Araling Panlipunan PACE? Dapat matutunan na po ng mga estudyante yung mga bagay na yan. Also, ang mga estudyante pwede naman mag-ask ng questions if ever some things are not understood. Maintain good physical health through proper nutrition and exercise. Dahil matagal po silang nakaupo, lalagyan po natin ng mga breaks for water or restroom break. Dapat tumatayo-tayo po kasi yung posture ng anak natin is also of our primary concern. And also, please give them time to do exercise. Another thing, please comply with the Wise Kids rules on online etiquette and ensure appropriate clothing and setting up of the online interactions for those who will avail video conferences. And this is important too. Manage your time well. Students, yung schedule ipopost po malapit sa table and susundin po yung schedule na naset. Parang katulad ng sa classroom. Last na po, number 11 ay ang ating reminders. Please po, if it's possible, subscribe to Teacher Mitch channel so that you can watch the modules, the videos, mga short lang naman po yung papalabas namin, so that you're guided through the course of the learning process. Insurance po is no longer included in your program fee. So hindi na po natin kinuhanan ng insurance para hindi na po magdadagdag ng costings sa ating program fee. For the school ID, you need to send a digital picture with white background, wearing the Wise Kids blouse and polo, upper part lang naman po, and send it to our email address from August 12 to 14. Don't worry, we will remind you of this one. Also, answer the DepEd survey form that we will send to you. Also, the parent and guardian agreement form. Sa ngayon po, paumanhin na medyo mabagal pa po kami sa pagsagot ng messenger at ng ating pong email because of our GCQ setup. For all you know, Wise Kids has been one of the very first schools who are there digitally and virtually. Pero syempre, iilan pa lang po ang manpower namin as not all of the teachers are tasked to do inquiry and answering at least for this GCQ setup. But don't worry, once it's all over, okay na po, makabalik na po kami sa setup namin. We have manpower to answer your inquiries. Please naman po, lahat po kasi nakadepende sa payment po ng mga estudyante, payment of the monthly, quarterly, and term dues. Please po, let's do it on time. Marami pa po ang mga bagay na matututunan natin, madidiscover natin as we run through this course, but we're opening the line of communication. As we have said, homeschooling or advanced or basic schooling at home, kaya ba? Kakayanin po natin. If only for our children, if only for quality education, don't worry, we know that you're not the teachers, but you're there to help your children. We're also here to help you out. At least may mga limitations lang po, but please, do not forget, kaya po nyo yan because you're there for a reason. And all these things happens for a reason. For all we know, we're also teaching our children to be very competent at mag-emerge to be conquerors of ganitong mga particular situation. So once again, welcome dear parents to our school year 2020-2021 and may God bless us all.
For a brighter kids, for a better future, for your partners and preparing your children for a bigger world, for a good foundation. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow. We do our best to train up your kids to be the prime movers of the next generation. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow.
Wise Kids School, the right one for your children.
for a brighter kids, for a better future, for your partners and preparing your children for a bigger world, for a good foundation. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow. We do our best to train up your kids to be the prime movers of the next generation. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow.
Wise Kids School, the right one for your children.
For a brighter kids, for a better future, for your partners and preparing your children for a bigger world, for a good foundation. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow. We do our best to train up your kids to be the prime movers of the next generation. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow.
Wise Kids School, the right one for your children.
For a brighter kids, for a better future, for your partners and preparing your children for a bigger world, for a good foundation. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow. We do our best to train up your kids to be the prime movers of the next generation. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow.
Wise Kids School, the right one for your children.
For a brighter kids, for a better future, for your partners and preparing your children for a bigger world, for a good foundation. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow. We do our best to train up your kids to be the prime movers of the next generation. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow.
Wise Kids School, the right one for your children.
maguhay. Kasama ng mga kababayan. Lupa, lupang inukyan. Ang layunin, ang dakila sa maglingkod sa munting lupa. Munting lupa ang bayan kong hirap. Dito sumilat ang aming angkan. Munting lupa'y lalagi kong mahal. Pagkat ito'y handog ng may kapal. Munting lupa, bayan kong pinagmalan. Sa puso ko at sa bima, kailan ba'y di mawawala. Lupang inukyan. Ang layunin, ang dakila sa maglingkod sa munting lupa. Munting lupa ang bayan kong hirap. Dito sumilat ang aming angkan. Munting lupa'y lalagi kong mahal. Pagkat ito'y handog ng may kapal. Munting lupa, bayan kong pinagmalan. Sa puso ko at sa diwa, kailan ba'y di mawawala. Lakas pa rin ang buhay, sa bayan ko'y alay. Lakas pa rin ang buhay, sa bayan ko'y alay.
Wise Kids Day, everyone. This is Teacher Mitch Gustilo, Directress of Wise Kids School, and welcome to our Parents Orientation 2020-21 for the remote and the blended learning options for Kinder to Grade 3. Despite this COVID scare, we all know that quality education is of the essence. It is one of the basic needs that we parents and teachers would dare to prioritize. This year's orientation is going to be different as most of us are going to learn at home. Allow me to share with you 11 important considerations. Number 1, the vision, the mission, and the core values. This is very important because it sets the tone and the guide for everything that we will do for the whole school year. The Wise Kids School of Muntinlupa is a government-recognized school, and you all know that we started in the year 2000 for the preschool level, and 2003 for the elementary, 2005 for the high school. And it is run by a board of directors composed of 6 members. We are an advanced children's school geared towards business and leadership that exists to transform students who will transform nations. We have been known to be advanced, so that is why we have to live up to our name. We always say that character first, excellence next. We don't just teach our students, but what makes us different is that we love them. We are committed to develop students who are Christ followers. Of what essence are those students who have, floating academic distinctions but do not have the heart? We are also committed to develop creative thinkers, collaborative learners. That's why we don't just want them to just work alone, but to work with teams. And for all you know, these are the 21st century skills, corporate innovators, and community transformers who are globally competitive. With this online education now, we're really turning to be globally competitive. What are our core values? Ito po ang pinapahalagahan ng Wise Kids School. Integrity. We all know that as a person, we have to be whole. Respect. It doesn't matter if you're whole, but you don't respect other people. So it is also of the essence. Then the next level of respecting other people is that of service. That's why in this pandemic, we have tried to be of public service to many Filipinos. And the last one is excellence. We cannot be excellent without having integrity, without respecting other people and doing them service. Number two, this has been our tagline after the lockdown. Wise kids anytime and anywhere. This has been our cry, and this is our new level mode of learning. We are showing you now the table of comparisons of the different learning options. Here in Wise Kids, we were the first one to tell everybody that we got you covered with our 5 learning options. As you all know, Wise Kids have been a homeschool provider for about 15 years now. So the offline learning is not new to us anymore. We have been doing this for years already, and we have already mastered the process. Let me just show you the table of comparisons. For most of you are online learning. So you have opted for remote, or for some of you, blended learning. What again is the difference between the two? For the remote and the blended, they're going to use the same curriculum. The only difference is that for the whole school year, there is no way that you're going to do face-to-face interaction from January until April if the situation permits us to do. That's only open for the blended learning option. Now, what are the other things? We're going to use an international curriculum that finds and fixes learning gaps. We also has learning management system, and this is the added thing, the learning content management system. All assessments are built in already. We have pre-scheduled video conferencing. There are setting of the goals and monitoring and pre-assigned tasks and projects for the minor subjects. Now, let's consider the features of our Wise Kids Anytime and Anywhere. Letter C, let's use the acronym CARES. Collaborative. You cannot do it alone. We teachers cannot be successful if you're not there to help us. That's why it's going to be a collaborative effort. Adoptive. We have to meet the different learning styles. And at this time, if it's so challenging for us to teach your children, knowing that they have different learning styles and different learning, now we would want to adopt the personalized way of curriculum. Relevant. We have mentioned it in our previous videos that we're going to focus not on all of the subjects, but we're going to focus majorly on the 5 major subjects such as English, Math, Filipino, Science, and Araling Panlipunan. That's why the term relevant. Now, what about for the other minor subjects? We want to make sure that they do practical life skills and the projects are relevant to their day-to-day activities. Emotionally nurtured and academically advanced. Nilinaw na po namin yan when we started the Wise Kids School, that we want our education to be at par. If you're going to compare our curriculum, para po dun sa ibang mahalang binabayad, you get the same quality curriculum. But this time, we want to make sure that they are also emotionally nurtured. Importante po. Bakit? Kasi hindi sila nakakakita ng ibang tao, walang masyadong socialization. So we want to take care of their emotional health too. Safe and secure. Everything that will be uploaded, downloaded, or the Data Privacy Act will be observed as well. Number 3, how the LMS work, or the Learning Management System. For some other schools, they're going to use the free accounts of Microsoft Education, Microsoft 365, Moodle, Schoology. For Wise Kids, we will be adopting our own platform. It is a software application that houses the students' online courses. So dito tayo nagtatagpo-tagpo. Everything that we want to upload, download, it's all there in the learning management system. It also facilitates our interaction, like between teacher and students, between teachers and parents. It's all there in the learning management system. The students will be able to access the courses and the materials, the announcements, the resources, the links, and other online tools. So lahat po ng pagkukuhanan nila ay doon po sa ating LMS. The Filipino Araling Panlipunan, the MAPE, the Home Economics, and the Values courses are also uploaded and could be taken there from the LMS. You just have to use your login and your password. And by the way, itong login and password natin, mukhang babaguhin po natin every term. Another one, this one is new. So para po dun sa mga naunang nag-inquire, pasensya po, ako po ay humihingi ng pasensya because we are still modifying everything. So before po, kasi we just use LMS. But when we're trying it and we're testing the content and the platform, we realize na it's not enough that we do online na nagbi-video conferencing si teacher tapos nandun sa kabilang side yung bata and we are assured na makukuha niya yung content, lalo't kinder, lalo't grade 1, paano na po? That's why we added this feature na in the past po we have it, we haven't told anyone about it as most of our board of directors are working abroad, so they have access already to this learning content management system. So let me show you the video for the LCMS.
Congratulations! You're about to enter the most effective K-8 learning environment ever created. With 4 of the most significant learning tools ever devised, your student outcomes will be better than ever, and learning gaps will become a thing of the past. Assign lessons and keep track of student progress and proficiency in Mobi Learning. Use Mobi assessments for placement tests, skill-based assessments, and grade-level benchmark tests. Engage the entire class with whiteboard activities and group instruction with Mobi Interactive. Sign up for Mobi Real Rewards and motivate your students with real prizes. Just click on the Register Your Students button, then import your student roster by either copying and pasting from a spreadsheet or enter your students one at a time and you're off to the races. It's fun, it's easy, and guarantees success. Your classroom will never be the same. Find and fix learning gaps with Mobi Learning. Pinpoint missing skills and measure progress with Mobi assessments. Engage and excite the entire class with Mobi Interactive. Motivate students to achieve remarkable growth with Mobi Real Rewards. Mobi Suite wraps together the 4 solutions you need to fix learning gaps. Research has shown that the single most effective way to improve student outcomes is to find and fix missing skills.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8 reasons why Mobi Suite is used in over 83% of K-8 schools. Compare MobiMax to all other leading resources and their research results will show you that MobiMax is the most effective solution for improving student outcomes. MobiMax adds 40 weeks of additional growth in a school year. From early learning to STEM, MobiMax consistently wins awards in rigorous head-to-head analysis. 57 awards in the last 2 years alone. The most affordable. The average school pays over $100,000 per year for EdTech software resources for curriculum and assessments. MobiMax gives teachers a complete suite of curriculum and assessments for less than $5,000 a school license. From an award-winning early curriculum to algebra, from formative assessments in Skill Checker to benchmark tests, from adaptive practice to fluency games, MobiMax is the most complete and comprehensive online K-8 resource available. MobiMax's completely integrated system shows 360-degree progress monitoring, as well as analysis for student, parent, teacher, principal, and district administrators. MobiMax is effective because MobiMax students are motivated. Not only are students motivated with real rewards, but a dozen more motivation modules, from badges to game time. MobiMax maximizes motivation without sacrificing learning time. The most loved.
I love MobiMax. I feel like it really challenges my students, and they are
It is only our first week of MobiMax, and we are already loving it.
I love MobiMax. It has helped me see so many areas that students are struggling with.
I love using MobiMax in my classroom. It is the best.
Save a ton of time while your students quickly catch up to grade level. MobiMax makes a teacher's life easier. Simple to use and learn, MobiMax immediately starts saving time for teachers. For example, when students automatically begin fixing missing skills from the automatic placement test, teachers see progress reports without even having to assign a lesson. And the built-in motivation tools and rewards keep students eager to learn without teacher intervention. The Max School Guarantee. Because MobiMax is the most effective, awarded, affordable, complete, motivating, and loved K-8 learning system, MobiMax is the only publisher that offers a results-based guarantee. It all adds up to the best darn online K-8 learning environment there is.
Initially, we had the MobiMax only for our customized option. We have it, as we have said during the inquiry, for a subscription in dollars. That's why we're not saying it to anyone, like, because it's really very expensive. But throughout the course of our trial, we said that how we're going to ensure that everyone is on the same page, on the same boat when we're doing remote learning online. That's why we have decided to adopt the MobiMax for kinder to grade 8 and Edmentum for our grade 9 to grade 12. So please pardon us for a little and slight increase in the fees, especially those who have previously enrolled. But we will still honor the 20% discount that is due you because you have made your prior reservation. But your money is all worth it. Number 4, let's talk about the features of our LCMS, the Learning Content Management System. It finds and fixes learning gaps. So this is what we will do first. In the first few days before August 3, we're going to do a run-through diagnostic test. So we will check on the possible learning gaps. For smaller kids, medyo kakaunti lang po yung gaps nun. But as they grow older, you will see a lot of learning gaps, and we hope to fix it throughout the whole school year with your help as well. This includes all subjects. There's a lot of content that is available. They're very good in English, in math, in science, and social studies. Yes, we have Araling Panlipunan, but just the same, you will have access to world history, geography, and some other social studies of other nations. It's also a complete solution, as in it has diagnostic tests, progress monitoring, assessments. That's why every day they do assessments after the video that they will see, success events, daily goals, adoptive lessons. When we say adoptive, it's personalized. Like if your level is A, the lessons will be A. If your level is C, the lessons will be C. And also, it prepares them for taking standardized tests. It is personalized learning, as we will be giving you IEP. Naririnig lang natin ng IEP dun sa merong mga special conferences, etc. So ngayon po, bawat bata, meron siyang individual education program or IEP. There's also built-in engagement. Kasi po, this is an important feature. That's why we got this. There's this messenger. Kasi nga, di ba, we were saying there's this synchronous and asynchronous learning. Once again, when we say synchronous, we are doing schooling at the same time. Don't worry, it's calendared, so you will know ahead of time what time will they be on the same time level. Now, after that, they at asynchronous learning, that means sa asynchronous learning, they're not in the same time, there's not one-on-one, but just the same, they're doing things at a different time, but they will have to submit at the end of the day. Dun sa asynchronous time po, your child can send messages via the messenger built in the LCMS. So walang mahuhulog. Pwede talagang mag-message anytime. But just make sure na wholesome ang ating mga messages. And if possible, we try to encourage our children to send the messages in English. Okay? They will also be earning badges pag merong mga napipick na mga targets, games, there's also game. So don't worry, meron silang laro-laro, lalo yung maliliit. But they will only have their free game time upon hitting certain targets. Also, there are contests, so pagkakataon ng sumali ng anak natin, and daily challenges. Everything po, all of the lessons are fully integrated. One thing that I liked about it when we were trying to get it from before the lockdown was that there's reading. So it's not going to be a problem for starting to read students, spelling, phonics, it's all there. And the lessons are very interactive. When they answer the worksheets, it's also interactively done. And by the way, for those who are asking, we're not going to have the hardbound copies, the printed textbooks, to do away with some of the costs, as they can answer it online. But to save the costs also, there are printable worksheets in the LCMS. So kung tapos na yung anak nyo dun sa task for the day at gusto niya pang mag-aral, good news, there are extra printable worksheets there. But don't buy the printer yet. Let's explore the environment first, and later on, you will see if there's a need for that. Now, there are also narrated and animated lessons that engage students' natural curiosity. Ang ganda po, even for science, the way they present the lectures, it's so engaging. Once again, there is a separate password and a login for the LCMS. And good news, dear parents, kahit nag-work kayo sa office, you will have your parents' portal wherein you can see the progress of your child. If they're doing well, kung ganitong oras ba, naka-on cue ba siya? So there is a way for the parents to check their kids' performances. Number 5, the recommended gadgets. Simple lang naman. It could be run in a smartphone, but we suggest that you invest in a budgeted wired earphones. If you're not using the smartphones and you're not using the laptops, maybe you can have the camera and the microphone. But if you're using the laptops and the cell phones, they have built-in already. Any device that has the functionality of the following is okay for use. You have to make sure that you're able to connect to the internet to access the websites or search for the information and the data. Kasi sabi po namin, di ba, there's this monthly academic planner. Ano ang subject niya for June 21, 22, 23, and there are links there na i-access niya po. Taking photos and videos, because there are some projects that wherein they have to do asynchronous time, and then they take a picture and upload it sa LCMS or LMS. So all projects will be submitted not via email, but via the LMS individual account of the students. Also, dapat yung gadgets na gagamitin natin will enable us to join the video conferences and join the online discussion. For our curriculum, yes, sure po kayo that it's based on the DepEd standards and competencies. Plus, we also have the Wise Kids Special Curriculum. Excuse me. Number 7 na po tayo for the schedule. Please take note that this is still tentative. We're trying to consider those who have 3 or 4 kids para hindi magbangga-bangga sa schedule ng video conferencing. When you say video conferencing, once again, it's synchronous, same time. The teacher is there waiting for the students. So, bawal po sanang malate. Wala naman pong traffic. So, sana po nandyan na, naka-PE t-shirt na, kahit po yung ilalim, okay lang po. Basta naka-cue na, nakaligo na, maayos ang buhok, naku, may tanong, may haircut ba? Hanggat maaari po, when they see themselves together in the video conferencing, neat po ang kanilang mga buhok at hindi po colored. Please po, there are still some rules and etiquettes for online conferencing. So, ito po ang mga tentative schedule. For Kinder 1, MWF 9 to 10, Kinder 2, MWF 9 to 10. For Grade 1, MWF 11 to 12, Grade 2, MWF 10 to 11, Grade 3, MWF 1 to 2. For Grade 4, MWF 2 to 3, Grade 5, TTHF 9 to 10, Grade 6, TTHF 11 to 12, Grade 7, TTHF 10 to 11, Grade 8, TTHF 1 to 2, Grade 9, TTHF 2 to 3, and Grade 10, MWF 8 to 9. Take note, ang cuts lang po na nilagay ko po dyan is 1 hour. But for the little ones, it could be as short as 30 minutes and then 45 minutes. Depende po sa lesson, depende po sa agenda ng video conferencing. In the start of the week, we're going to set the environment. So may mga wellness activities and laying down the targets for the week. And then in the middle conference, checking up what about your progress monitoring sheets. Ano na, hindi ba na-submit? At towards the end, we hope to have the awarding time, rewarding time. Pakinggan po ulit, synchronous, same time. So meron po kaming sumusulpot-supot during the video conferencing days kung nagagawa ba ang mga tasks. And the asynchronous, just make sure at the end of the day, the tasks have been submitted. Now, I'd like to show to you a sample actual schedule. But once again, this is based on Khan Academy. Hindi pa po kasi kami nakaka-finalize, but we will provide you with a working schedule, pero it's going to be flexible as in Wise Kids anytime, anywhere. But just the same, eto yung guide. Let's say for Filipino, 1 hour, and then followed by English, another hour. We need you to guide your kids na pag ganun ang oras, sana more or less they have to follow the prescribed time. So let me show you the sample of the Khan Academy schedule at the same time with the links already of the tasks that they have to do. So this is the sample. Yan. 9 to 9:30, 10 to 10:30. There's the break time, the tasks, the links that they have to see. Okay, thank you. For the schedule still, start of classes as early as July 16 for the advanced and the basic options. But for if you have friends na malilate, hindi pa confident for July 16, it's okay. But again, it's very flexible. As long as they catch up with the targeted deadlines, it's just fine. But important date, July 16 for the remote and the blended learning. This will be the possible start of the master classes. So, itra-run through ko po kayo, magta-trial muna po tayo ng online classes at least for about 15 days before our real start of August 3. Now, if you have friends who have opted for the customized learning, ang customized po kasi, ang advanced at ang basic, lahat po yan, meron po kami in the homeschooling setup. Pag sinabing homeschooling, it is parent-led. It is not teacher-led and it's very flexible as it is done in the house. So basically, ang content talaga nanggagaling sa magulang. Hindi katulad ng remote at ng blended learning, sa amin po nanggagaling. So if you have friends who opted for the customized, sa totoo po, pinapahanap namin sila, lalo yung mga batikang homeschoolers na they are able to look for a better curriculum. But just in case hindi nila kaya, that is where we will guide them. Kaya po medyo may adjustment sa price po natin, as if you will be adopting this one, medyo there is a subscription fee that we have to pay should you adopt the MobiMax and our own platform. So yun po yung reason doon. Pero hindi po katulad ni remote ang customized, lalo flat rate. Kasi wala silang video conferencing, wala silang monthly performance review, monthly planner, wala po silang ganon. Unless mag-avail sila ng extra service. Now, these are the schedule of the assessments. Opo, may assessments pa rin tayo, but it will be done online. September 8 to 10, the first monthly assessment. October 22 to 23 is the first term assessment. December 8 to 11, the second monthly assessment. January 28 to 29, the second term assessment. March 2 to 5, the third monthly assessment. March 7 to 8, the third term assessment. And these are just tentative dates. We will be as flexible as possible as we see the process go. No? Next, number 8 na po ako for the student support. Ito po ang maasahan ninyo that we will do for our students. Self-management sessions, we will provide them with that on time management, study habits, setting goals, and coping with stress. Monthly academic planner, messenger access to the teachers so that they can ask for questions, consultation hours and advisory sessions, and wellness activities. Although online na nga gagawin. Maybe ilang running, tapos iinom ng water, how many times, those are part of the wellness. Parent support. We will provide you with an orientation. Don't worry, parents, may separate orientation on how to go about with the LMS and LCMS. Also for the LCMS and LMS, you will have a way for the students' progress monitoring. Malalaman nyo at malalaman nyo para hindi na kayo nasya-shock at the end of the term anong nangyari. Communication with the teachers through LMS and LCMS, I've mentioned that already. Online parent-teacher conference, and the data privacy and child protection policies orientation. What are the responsibilities of the parents? Nasabi ko na po ito in our other previous webcasts and videos. Provide means of access and ways of learning para po sa ating online learning. Establish daily routines. We cannot do it for you, parents. We can just encourage them. Pero kasi kayo po ang nasa bahay, so please make sure as early as of now that you have a routine. Nakapost na po ang schedule, anong oras gigising, anong oras matutulog. And this is very important. Unang-una po yan, physical space for their study. Maganda po yung chair, maganda yung place, maayos ang table, malayo sa distraction. Another one is prepare for technical issues that may come up. Hindi natin alam, baka mag-bog down ang mga internet natin because sabay-sabay talaga lahat yan. And reiterate to the students the need for online learning. It's the same as the face-to-face. So if they're doing good in the face-to-face, they have to do good on the online kasi pareho yon. Impose student discipline in your household. Monitor the online platforms to check for the announcements and feedbacks from teachers. Hindi na po ito katulad ng mga memos natin na sa Gmail pa po. Meron na po kayong sariling account that you can monitor the announcements. Provide also constructive feedback to the school personnel through the set channels in an appropriate and respectful way. paumanhin po with the GCQ setup, we have limited manpower and ways and means, kaya medyo nade-delay po ang pagsagot namin sa email at saka sa messenger. But thank you for your patience and flexibility. As soon as everyone is already on board, tapos na po yung aming mga teachers training, we can attend to your needs as soon as possible. What are expected from the students? Nako, complete assignments and tasks are done with integrity and academic honesty. By the way, parents, if you're going to answer for your kids dun sa online natin, malalaman ng system yan. Kasi nga po, adaptive siya. Nag-a-adjust siya kung bumibilis o bumabagal ang estudyante. They should attend and actively participate in all of the scheduled and guided video conferences. Should exert best efforts to meet deadlines, commitments, and due dates. That's part of the life skills training. Ask questions when something is not clear or not understood. Maintain good physical health. Kaya po kami doon sa aming classroom sa house, may water na malapit po sa desk. So anytime you can keep yourself hydrated. Comply with the Wise Kids rules on online etiquette and ensure appropriate clothing and setting for online interactions. And manage time well. Come to school on time. May flag ceremony. Reminders, number 11, and this is the last one. I invite you to please subscribe to Teacher Mitch channel to watch the videos that we're uploading to guide you better on your homeschool online learning. Insurance is no longer included in the program fee just to make the fees at the minimum. By the way, if you're asking bakit hindi po masyadong significant ang adjustment, kasi walang kuryenteng babayaran, walang classroom setups, naku, mahal po ang subscription sa content. Mahal po ang mga infrastructures just to make sure that delivery is better done this year. For the ID, send a digital picture with the white background, wearing their Wise Kids blouse or polo, and send it to our email address from August 12 to 14. We will send a reminder for this one. All information on the online enrollment form should be fixed. Wag po sanang pabago-bago ng email address kasi nakakalito po. Meron na po tayong IT provider. Messenger accounts, hanggat maaari po, your name in the messenger should be your real name and the contact numbers should be fixed as much as possible also. Please answer the DepEd survey form that we will send to you, as well as read and sign the parent-guardian consent agreement form. The payment po, please, of the monthly, quarterly, and the term dues should be on time. Having said all this, we know that you have a lot of things to consider, katulad din naman po natin. But as we have said at the very start of our live webcast, ang tanong ng bayan, homeschooling or schooling done in the home, kaya ko ba? At ang sagot po natin patuloy, kakayanin natin ito. You're not alone, we're here to help you, and you're there to help us as well. Thank you po, and may God bless us all.
For a brighter kids, for a better future, for your partners and preparing your children for a bigger world, for a good foundation. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow. We do our best to train up your kids to be the prime movers of the next generation. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow.
Wise Kids School, the right one for your children.
for a brighter kids, for a better future, for your partners and preparing your children for a bigger world, for a good foundation. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow. We do our best to train up your kids to be the prime movers of the next generation. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow.
Wise Kids School, the right one for your children.
For a brighter kids, for a better future, for your partners and preparing your children for a bigger world, for a good foundation. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow. We do our best to train up your kids to be the prime movers of the next generation. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow.
Wise Kids School, the right one for your children.
For a brighter kids, for a better future, for your partners and preparing your children for a bigger world, for a good foundation. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow. We do our best to train up your kids to be the prime movers of the next generation. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow.
Wise Kids School, the right one for your children.
Kasama ng mga kababayan. Muntinlupa ang bayan kong hirap, dito sumilap ang aming angkan. Muntinlupa'y lalagi kong mahal, pagkat ito'y handog ng may kapal. Muntinlupa, Muntinlupa, bayan kong pinagmalan. Sa puso ko at sa diwa, kailan ba'y di mawawala. Muntinlupa, Muntinlupa, lupang inumutya. Ang layunin ng dakila, maglingkod sa Muntinlupa. Muntinlupa ang bayan kong hirap, dito sumilap ang aming angkan. Muntinlupa'y lalagi kong mahal, pagkat ito'y handog ng may kapal. Muntinlupa, Muntinlupa, bayan kong pinagmalan. Sa puso ko at sa diwa, kailan ba'y di mawawala. Lakas pa rin ang buhay, sa bayan ko'y alay. Lakas pa rin ang buhay, sa bayan ko'y alay.
Wise Kids Day, everyone. This is Teacher Mitch Gustilo, Director of Wise Kids School, and welcome to our Parents Orientation 2020-21 for remote and blended learning options for grades 4 until grade 12. Despite this COVID scare, we all know that quality education is of the essence. It is one of the basic needs that we parents and teachers would dare to prioritize. This year's orientation is going to be different as most of us are going to be learning at home. Allow me to share with you 11 important considerations. Number 1, the vision, the mission, and the core values. This is going to be the guide for everything that we're going to do and learn for the whole school year. The Wise Kids School of Muntinlupa is a government-recognized school that started in the year 2000 from preschool level, and then 2003 for the elementary and 2005 for the high school level. And we are being run by board of directors, which is composed of 6 members. Most of them are not here in the Philippines. We are an advanced children's school geared towards business and leadership that exists to transform students who will transform nations. It is important to take note that ever since Wise Kids started, we have been known for being in advance in terms of our curriculum. Character first, as we always say, and then excellence next. Of what essence is a good quality education if their character stinks. We don't just teach them, this is what makes us different, we also love them. We are committed to develop students who are Christ followers, as evident in our way and manner of teaching, creative thinkers, collaborative learners, these are 21st century skills, corporate innovators, and community transformers who are globally competitive. Nowadays, with this pandemic, everyone is realizing the essence of online education. For our core values, this is what we really value, and everything else, all of our decisions and choices are geared towards this one. Integrity. Everyone is whole. Character, values intact. Respect. Even though one person is good by himself, but if he's not considerate of other people, of what essence is that? Service. It is not just important to give respect to others, but also we go down and serve them. Excellence. This is automatic. When a person is of integrity, there's respect, there's service, what follows after would be that of excellence. Number 2, now this is our way of educating this year. Wise Kids anytime, anywhere. We have been very early to declare to everyone that we have 5 learning options. Since we are doing homeschooling for about 15 years now, it's not so hard for us, and we thank God for that, to transition to homeschooling. Now, please take a look at this table of comparisons for our 5 learning options. Now that you have chosen the remote and blended, I do hope that you're able to see the difference of this option compared to the others. We have our online learning. Of course, that's a check already. We have face-to-face interaction, but that's only for the blended learning options. Those are the ones who are praying and considering that there will be twice a week physical meet up come January when everything else is okay. Preset curriculum. There is also the adoption of our international curriculum that finds and fixes the learning gaps. There's the learning management system. The assessments are already built in. There's video conferencing. There's a set goal and monitoring every now and then. There's also pre-assigned projects for for the other minor subjects. As we made it clear, for this year, we're just going to focus on the relevant subjects. We also have portfolio review frequency, diagnostic tests, parent orientation, and the assigned class advisor. So let's look at the features of our Wise Kids Anytime, Anywhere. I'm going to use the acronym CARES. It's collaborative. You cannot do it, parent, on your own. You need us. At the same time, the students left alone cannot do it on their own. Of course, I know that it cannot be so much parent-led, but this is now your time to be very involved in your child's learning. It's adoptive. Unlike the other curriculum in some other schools, this one makes sure that it's really personalized to the level of your child, because although they're all in grade 3 or in grade 4 or in grade 7, the learning is different for each and every student. So this curriculum will make sure it fits the learning skills of your children. Relevant. As I've mentioned, this year we're only going to focus on the 5 major subjects such as English, Math, Filipino, Science, and Araling Panlipunan. But for all the minor subjects, we will make sure that it's project-based learning and that it's also at the same time relevant, as in the day-to-day activities will also be touched there. Emotionally nurtured and academically advanced. For some of our old students, they're really very thankful to Wise Kids because for that price, they're able to get quality education at par as compared to the other schools paying high amount of fees. But this time, we want to make sure that they are also emotionally taken care of. Safe and secure. All your data are safe there. Curriculum, all the downloaded and uploaded, we have to make sure that we observe the Data Privacy Act. For how the LMS work, they have been asking us what is the platform that we're going to use. Are we going to use the Microsoft 365? Are we going to use Moodle or Schoology? Now, we will use our own platform. It's not those other available platforms right there, because we have a fear that when everything else is doing the same things, baka bumigay ang ibang mga bagay-bagay. So what is an LMS, Learning Management System? It is a software application that houses the students' online courses. So dun lang po talaga titingnan ang lahat ng mga bagay-bagay. It also facilitates the interaction between the student and the teacher. So everything, our communication is no longer on the phone only or on the email, but it's all there in our LMS. The student will access the courses, the materials, the announcements, the resources, the links, and other online tools. Even the submission of their projects will not be done like what we did in our exams, not during the exams, but sending it via the Wise Kids School Gmail. It's no longer there. It's all there in the LMS. Each one will have their own account. The Filipino modules, the Araling Panlipunan, the MAPE, the Home Economics, the TLE, the values courses are all there in the LMS. You will be assigned a login and a password. And good news, dear parents, we have our parents portal so you can see the progress of your children. Now let's go to the LCMS. Our apologies because this LMS initially is one of the choices for the customized learning option. It is in international, so that's why the payment is in dollars. It's a little expensive, and since we have a board member who's working abroad, so she's more or less familiar with this one, she's the one who recommended this to us. But once again, it's very expensive, and we want to make it as a choice for the customized learning option. But with the inquiry of the parents, like, teacher, can you help us enroll for the customized, because we don't have, a way and a means for us to get a curriculum and study the curriculum which fits our kids' learning. So what we did was, upon searching and researching, now we made it accessible now to those who will be doing remote and blended learning. As we are going through with our trial, napansin namin na kumakalas, hindi po nakaka-engage yung online for a long period of time, especially kinder and kahit nga po high school na po. That's why we have to make sure that your kids will be able to maximize their learning by ensuring and securing a content. So please take a look at this one. We haven't told anyone about it before as we do not want to be benchmarked by other schools. Ito po ay para sa Wise Kids School. So sana po makita ninyo yung advantage that you have. So please watch this video.
Congratulations! You're about to enter the most effective K-8 learning environment ever created. With 4 of the most significant learning tools ever devised, your student outcomes will be better than ever, and learning gaps will become a thing of the past. Assign lessons and keep track of student progress and proficiency in Mobi Learning. Use Mobi assessments for placement tests, skill-based assessments, and grade-level benchmark tests. Engage the entire class with whiteboard activities and group instruction with Mobi Interactive. Sign up for Mobi Real Rewards and motivate your students with real prizes. Just click on the Register Your Students button, then import your student roster by either copying and pasting from a spreadsheet or enter your students one at a time, and you're off to the races. It's fun, it's easy, and guarantees success. Your classroom will never be the same. Find and fix learning gaps with Mobi Learning. Pinpoint missing skills and measure progress with Mobi assessments. Engage and excite the entire class with Mobi Interactive. Motivate students to achieve remarkable growth with Mobi Real Rewards. Mobi Suite wraps together the 4 solutions you need to fix learning gaps. Research has shown that the single most effective way to improve student outcomes is to find and fix missing skills. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 reasons why Mobi Suite is used in over 83% of K-8 schools. Compare MobiMax to all other leading resources, and their research results will show you that MobiMax is the most effective solution for improving student outcomes. MobiMax adds 40 weeks of additional growth in a school year. From early learning to STEM, MobiMax consistently wins awards in rigorous head-to-head analysis. 57 awards in the last 2 years alone. The most affordable. The average school pays over $100,000 per year for EdTech software resources for curriculum and assessments. MobiMax gives teachers a complete suite of curriculum and assessments for less than $5,000 a school license. From an award-winning early curriculum to algebra, from formative assessments in Skill Checker to benchmark tests, from adaptive practice to fluency games, MobiMax is the most complete and comprehensive online K-8 resource available. MobiMax's completely integrated system shows 360-degree progress monitoring, as well as analysis for student, parent, teacher, principal, and district administrators. MobiMax is effective because MobiMax students are motivated. Not only are students motivated with real rewards, but a dozen more motivation modules, from badges to game time. MobiMax maximizes motivation without sacrificing learning time. The most loved.
I love MobiMax. I feel like it really challenges my students, and they are
It is only our first week of MobiMax, and we are already loving it.
I love MobiMax. It has helped me see so many areas that students are struggling with.
I love using MobiMax in my classroom. It is the best.
Save a ton of time while your students quickly catch up to grade level. MobiMax makes a teacher's life easier. Simple to use and learn, MobiMax immediately starts saving time for teachers. For example, when students automatically begin fixing missing skills from the automatic placement test, teachers see progress reports without even having to assign a lesson. And the built-in motivation tools and rewards keep students eager to learn without teacher intervention. The Max School Guarantee. Because MobiMax is the most effective, awarded, affordable, complete, motivating, and loved K-8 learning system, MobiMax is the only publisher that offers a results-based guarantee. It all adds up to the best darn online K-8 learning environment there is.
Is our learning content management system. So instead of just LMS, here in Wise Kids, you also have the LCMS. That's why I would like to say sorry to those who have enrolled earlier, that initially we didn't include this content, but when we run through with our trials, we noticed that learning is better when we adopt this curriculum that we initially adopted for the customized learning. So meron lang pong slight difference, but for those who have made the reservation, we will honor your designated discount. So thank you po for being so understanding when it comes to the resources fee. Now let's talk about the features of our LCMS. As mentioned, it finds and fixes learning gaps. So this is the very first start. We're going to have a diagnostic test and see the level of our children. It doesn't really mean that when they're in grade 7, all of them are at par at A or C. So when it finds the learning gap, it automatically assigns the lessons that are needed to fix the learning gap so that the desired target level will be achieved at the end of the school year. It covers all subjects like English, math, science, and social studies so that they have access for world history, geography. And the good news about this is for the little ones, yung kinder, I find it so interesting that they have phonics, spelling, what else? The sight words and etc. That you don't need to pay extra for you to learn reading. And there's a lot of literature that also teaches about comprehension. Complete solution, because there's the diagnostic test as mentioned, there's progress monitoring, there's frequent assessment. So every time they're there online, they're going to hear the videos, read the lessons, interactively answer the worksheets, and there's an immediate assessment. So even you parent is working at home, you will be notified of what the scores are based on your child's assessments for the day. There's also success events and daily setting of goals, adaptive lessons. So the lesson of classmate A would not be the same for the lesson of classmate B because they have a different gap to fix. Test preparation, they are being prepared to take standardized tests. It's personalized learning. If you have heard about the IEP, there's this individual education program sets up the lessons for each and every student. That's why you cannot really compare notes as in the same kahit classmates. Iba ang lesson ni A, iba ang lesson ni B, depending on the learning gaps that will be fixed. Interestingly, for little ones, hindi pa masyado malaki ang learning gap. But as they grow older, maybe until grade 12, you will realize that there's more gap to fix, but it's never too late. MovieMax will help us do it. But for grade 9 to 12, we will be adopting the Edment tool. There's also built-in engagement. This is the good news. There's this messenger. Kung noon, bawal po mag-messenger kami sa mga estudyante. Ngayon, there's this built-in messenger so that if it's not synchronous, ano nga na nga ba yung synchronous? There's synchronous learning. Real time. Let's say 9 o'clock, lahat tayo. Teacher is on screen. The classmates are on screen. So it's a synchronous learning, right? So even if it's asynchronous, that means we're not live, we're not online. I have questions on the lessons, videos that I'm listening to. I can send a message through the messenger option of the LCMS and go straight to my teacher or the IT provider to answer my questions at hand. So yun naman po yun. So hindi ibig sabihin na naririnig natin sa ibang school, mura doon kasi 5 oras na naka-online ng bata. Nako, try it, bibitaw po talaga yung bata eh. Or maybe naka-on yung computer nyo for 5 hours. But the point is, it's not the length of the time. It's the quality of the learner. It's the engagement of the student to the curriculum, to the content that they are learning. And this is one to be assured of through this LCMS that we got. There's also the badges. It's so motivating that after the targets that have been set and they got it, they will earn badges. Game time. May game time po talaga. Para saan yon? Yes, they earn their time to do gaming after the tasks have been completed. There's contest, marami po silang kalaban doon, and there's this daily challenge. All the lessons are fully integrated. So yung math, pwedeng connected with science, with arts, and the English. There's this, I love it, there's this writing drills. There's a lot of stories wherein there's reading comprehension questions at the end. And also, the lessons are narrated and animated that engages students' natural curiosity. Ano po ang key dito? That's the resources fee that you have paid. There's this login and the password. Oh, by the way, we will be changing it from term to term just to make sure that everyone is engaged, and we have a way, because from the admin side, we are also provided with the progress monitoring. So we will know if your kids are doing the tasks at a particular time and a particular day. And the good news, dear parents, you will have an access to the parents portal. Next one, number 5, the recommended gadgets. Kahit po mobile phone or iPad, the laptop, it's okay to use that. There's no specification. Even yung Wi-Fi connectivity, it doesn't have to be so much bandwidth. It's okay as long as you are able to connect. What do you need? You just provide the budgeted wired earphones. If you're not using a laptop and a cell phone, maybe a camera and a microphone for the video conferencing. Now, any device would be appropriate that has the functionality of the following: connecting to the internet to access websites or search for the information and data. Dito po talaga, it's really amazing. Like in 5 hours in the classroom, everyone is just dependent on the teacher. This time, in 1 hour of learning, magugulat tayo, ang dami-dami ng maaaral ng bata, lalo't engaged po siya at nasusunod yung routines na sinet ni mommy or ni daddy. Also, the device should be okay in taking pictures and videos. and in joining video conferences and online discussion. What about the curriculum that we're using? Nako, pinagaganda pa po ng pinagaganda natin ang ating curriculum. Number 7, sa schedule. There's this scheduled video conferencing. Now, some parents are asking, teacher, why is it that in some other schools, the video conferencing or the live time is about 7 hours, 6 hours, tapos kayo 30 minutes and 1 hour? Let me tell you this straight. It is not an assurance that your child is online listening to the teacher on the other side that he's able to get the lessons well. It doesn't depend on the time. The point of the video conferencing is to make sure that they're being monitored, setting of the goals. That's what we're doing at the first day. In the middle, monitoring them, doing socialization and wellness activities, explaining some subjects which are not so clearly discussed or if they have questions. And at the end part, checking the performances for the week, and at the same time, doing awarding and recognizing the efforts of the children. So kahit po maiksi yun, it's going to be quality. Now, what about the content? That will be dealt upon by the asynchronous learning. After bumitaw sa video conferencing, ang daming oras na pwedeng gawin yung task at hand, and if your child is very fast, they will be able to finish it ahead of the others and still have more time to access the other content. Especially for the Edmond 2 Senior High School, ay nako, for your other interests, there's a lot that will be open there. Pwede natin ma-access. We can give you the access for those sites na lahat ng interest ninyo, arts, music, sciences, are all there. That's what you're paying for. These are the video conferencing schedule, but once again, this is tentative. For Kinder 1, MWF 9 to 10, Kinder 2, 9 to 10 MWF, Grade 1, MWF 11 to 12, Grade 2, MWF 10 to 11, Grade 3, MWF 1 to 2, Grade 4, MWF 2 to 3, Grade 5, TTHF 9 to 10, Grade 6, TTHF 11 to 12, Grade 7, TTHF 10 to 11, Grade 8, TTHF 1 to 2, Grade 9, TTHF 2 to 3, and Grade 10, MWF 8 to 9. Si Grade 11 and 12 po, special po ang ating mga video conferencing. So for the actual schedule, sorry po, we're not yet able to finalize it. But once again, the actual schedule that we will give to you is a guide. Ang hard and fast doon na talagang should be followed is the video conferencing. But for the others, it could be very flexible, kaya nga anytime, anywhere. Now, just to give you a sample, this is from the Khan Academy. Look at this one. I'll walk you through the sample of the Khan Academy schedule. In the schedule, you have to see even the wake-up time, the taking a bath time, breakfast time, lunch time are all there. Even the recess, the break, and the ending time should all be there. Like, walk through the schedule. You have there the time and the tasks, the link that they can open. So more or less, this is the environment that you will see in our schedule. For the start of classes, as early as July 16, we can do that for the advanced and the basic options. But don't worry if you're not very confident to start at July 16, pwede naman po. Pwede pa naman later. Ang importante, you're able to come up and meet the set deadlines. July 16, this is very important, remote and blended. We will be starting our master classes. For those who have enrolled already before July 16, magda-diagnostic test na po tayo. So we will know the content to load in your child's account based on the results. At the same time, magta-trial na tayo ng sessions para hindi nabibigla pagdating ng August 3. Assessment schedule po. Meron pa ring first term at monthly assessments. Do not forget that. Importante pa rin po na may assessments tayo. But this one is going to be done online too. September 8 to 10 is the first monthly assessment. October 22 to 23 is the first term assessment. December 8 to 11, second monthly assessment. January 28 to 29, second term assessment. March 2 to 5, third monthly assessment. March 7 to 8, third term assessment. Don't worry, we shall give you the details of this one. Katulad po ng ginagawa natin in your diary, we shall give you a calendar of our activities, including our academic days. Number 8, the student support. This is how we will support our students. We will be giving self-management sessions on time management, study habits, setting goals, and coping stress. Ito hindi usual na tututunan sa ordinary classroom setup, but we will make sure that you get it. Yun lang, magbabasa at pakikinggan ang mga videos about it. The monthly academic planner wherein it's all there, what to submit, what to do per day, when is the video conferencing, and submission of the projects in MAPE, TLE, arts, computer. By the way, sa computer, mga practical programs na yan, typing, etc. Those are the sample lessons. There's a messenger, as mentioned, to have your access to the teachers, and the parents can also message the teachers. Consultation hours, advisory sessions. Wag naman po this oras ng gabi nagme-message pa po. And wellness activities. Parent support. We will provide you with, aside from this orientation, a training on how to do the LMS, LCMS for your student progress monitoring. Communication with the teachers through the LMS and LCMS, so dalawang way. Pati po ang emails nandun na rin po at announcements. Online parent-teachers conferences, and the data privacy and child protection policies orientation. What are the responsibilities and roles of the parents? Ganun po, access and ways of learning. Naka-ready na po ang mga gagamitin nila. Naka-queue na po on how do they log in and get the password. Establish daily routines. Ngayon pa lang po, you have to have a family meeting on what time we will start and what time will you wake up at na-fix na yung bed. Those are part of the practical life skills that we have to reinforce during the online learning. And this is crucially important, the physical space of study. Kung may babudgetan, dito na po. Kasi ilang oras siya dun eh. The space have to be tidy, conducive, okay ang chair, okay ang lamp, the lighting, far from distraction. That's the responsibility of the parent. Prepare for technical issues that may come up. Di natin alam nyo naman po PLDT, Converge, etc. Reiterate to the students that online learning is just as important as the traditional face-to-face learning. Impose student discipline po in the household, lalo po yung mga access to the sites na hindi okay. Monitor the online platforms, kayo po yun, to check on the announcements and the feedback from the teachers. And please provide constructive feedback to the school personnel through the set channels in an appropriate and respectful way. What about the students? What are we expecting from them? Complete assignments, baka naman, and other tasks with integrity and academic honesty. Parents, just to catch up with the deadline, do not answer for your kids. Nairaos, pero your child didn't learn much, and it was not a good modeling. They should also attend and actively participate in all the scheduled and guided video conferences. By the way, for some other projects in the minor subjects, you will be given kung ano po yun. They will be taking a picture on the project or maybe do videos and upload it sa ating LMS. They should also exert best efforts to meet the timelines, commitments, and due dates. Please also ask them and train them to ask questions when something is not clear or understood. I understand that it's so hard to ask questions pag live sa classroom. Pero baka naman pwede nang mag-type kung sana pwede in English. They can construct their questions and then send it in the messenger in the LCMS. Maintain good physical health through proper nutrition and exercise. Naku, importante po yan. Tatayo-tayo, mag-restroom, keep yourselves hydrated, do bending. Yun po, importante yun. Take the breaks po whenever possible. Comply with the Wise Kids rules on online etiquette. Hindi pwedeng basta-basta na lang. And ensure appropriate clothing. Walang sando-sando. PE t-shirt po ang gagamitin natin kahit topper lang po. And then at the same time, may mga cues na wear blue para naman medyo exciting. But overall, in general, they will be using their Wise Kids t-shirt po. Manage time well. No, paano po dun sa buhok na nagpapahaba, may kulay, nako pag naka-online po tayo na video conferencing, we have to tidy up. No? Number 11, and this is the last one, reminders. Subscribe to Teacher Mitch channel to watch the videos about learning at home. We will try to upload as much as videos, medyo shorter lang, so that you'll be able to be equipped on how to do schooling at home. Insurance is no longer included in the program fee as they are all staying at home. For the ID, send a digital picture with the white background wearing the Wise Kids School blouse or polo and send it to our email address from August 12 to 14, 2020. Don't worry, we shall remind you of this. All information on the online enrollment, yung in-encode po ninyo, should be fixed as much as possible, especially the email address para hindi po nagkakalito-lito sa IT natin. The messenger accounts po, if possible, it's your name talaga. And the contact numbers, hindi rin po sana pa iba-iba kasi it's so hard to have a fluid communication every now and then. Answer also the DepEd survey form and the parent-guardian agreement form na maisasend po namin sa inyo. Pay the monthly, quarterly, or term dues on time. Kasi po, we all need it for the operations of the school. By the way, yes, even though we will not have electricity expenses that much and maybe repairs in the school, merong marami pa rin pong hiningi si DOLE at si DepEd just to ensure safety in the school. At the same time, ito pong content mahal. Infrastructure nito medyo costly. The training of the teachers are equally costly. So please po, you're paying for the content. If you benchmark us with other bigger schools, magugulat kayo kasi for that quality of curriculum and service, medyo mababa po ang fees natin. So wag niyo pong pagbasihan yung oras at amount lang ng online at amount ng fees. You go for what curriculum and what assistance will be provided to you. So having said all this, we know that there is still a lot of things to be considered and to be done. But thank you for your understanding and your flexibility. And thank you also for keeping the learning continuous. As in, there's more to learn, even for our age, right? As we said earlier, in our live webcast, homeschooling, kaya ko ba? At ang sagot ng bayan, kakayanin natin. You're not alone. We're not alone. We're here to help you, and you're there to help us too for quality learning. God bless po. God bless our Wise Kids family, and see you soon.
For a brighter kids, for a better future, for your partners and preparing your children for a bigger world, for a good foundation. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow. We do our best to train up your kids to be the prime movers of the next generation. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow.
Wise Kids School, the right one for your children.